What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're in Hearts of Iron 4. It's been a while since I've been here. It still feels kind of weird. I tried to play a few games the last week because I've actually been really enjoying watching some Ahoy 4 content myself on other channels, but I thought we'd give it a go for an AI game. As you've probably sort of seen, we're doing a 2 Civ videos, 1 Paradox video kind of structure, which is going to be fun. I do not have all the DLC. I'm on the fence. Next time there's a sale, I'll probably be in there to buy those extra ones. We do have a few of them. But yeah, we're just gonna... nothing crazy. There's no mods on. All there is I set some of the countries, all the big boys basically. All the main players are on random in, like, you know, the settings for the actual game at the start. I don't know how to show it now, to be honest. In here somewhere. I don't think I can get to it now, but when you're setting it up, you can do this, but it's not there anymore. But yeah, you could like set them to random instead of focuses or going different paths. I think you could also set them on other paths as well. We've gone random, so well, I've not got much more to say at the moment because we're not even started. But I'm gonna hit play, let it run for a bit, and just see what sort of stuff breaks out in like the early first year or so. But yeah, let me know down below if you'd like to see more Hearts of Iron 4 content from me in general. I'm actually really, like I said, I'm just enjoying watching other people play the game, so I'm sure if I actually tried to figure out a bit more what to do, certainly my worst of the three, of Civ, EU4 and Hearts of Iron, this is the one I'm probably the worst at. Actually, I wouldn't say worst, that's wrong. EU4, I don't know, EU4 I need a lot of help, but I feel like Hearts of Iron I can luck my way through sometimes, and sometimes I just can't. Whereas EU4, I feel like I can do the basics. I'm just not I'm not an elite player for sure. Definitely not. I'm a huge scrub at both, probably all of them, which is why I do AI onlys. But anyway, we're gonna hit play, see what happens. I'll drop back in soon. Right, March 1936. What is that? 3 months into the game because it's the end of March, and as you can already see, there's some bubbles across the map. 3 wars already. Obviously, the Italy-Ethiopia war is built in from the start. That's going to be going on, but we have the Soviet-Romanian war. I would assume the Soviets declared this just immediately to puppet Turkey, and they will also fight Romania. That's very aggressive. Like, that tells you it's not like prime to World War II starts, even without me doing anything too crazy. Although here it does look like Tanatuva. I can't remember what it's called when you have this gold border. It's like being a major in the war, right? Participant, okay, but looks like they're involved, but yeah, that's going to be interesting. Don't normally see that. It should be a win for the Soviets, but I mean, it might not be easy. And then yeah, there's a German civil war. Like, that's the we're going to get an interesting one. They have certainly gone the most radical in the early moments, at least. Okay, so it's June. I'm just going to leave it. It's absolutely flying through, so we'll leave it going. You can see the Soviet-Romanian front. It's not ideal. This is pretty cool. You can't do this in other games, so we're just going to hop in and see their view. The Soviet front does seem more stacked on the Soviet side, but as you can see, they are certainly pushing through Turkey here pretty convincingly now. Oh, and they got an encirclement. Oh, that was quick. Speed 5 is crazy in this game. Don't think we got anything else just yet. But you can see the German war, that's a bit more of a stalemate, at least early on. And there we go, the first war to end. Italy does still annex Ethiopia. No changes there from the historical path. As you can see, the Soviets continuing to succeed against the Turks. And, oh, there we go, there's peace almost immediately for that one. Turkey is puppeted, and the Socialist Republic of Kurdistan is also puppeted. I believe they're still at war with Romania, so we'll see how that goes. Also, is there any factions? I assume there's factions. Yes, they are all part of the Comintern, and the Allies does still exist, although it's just Britain at the moment. And the Germany that is not that Germany, this guy, August von Maxen's Germany, the German military junta won the war against World War II Germany, so I think we're now at peace technically, although technically not. The Soviet-Romanian war is wrapping up. The Soviets snuck in through the side and they puppet Romania, Ukraine, very small Ukraine, and Moldavia, very tiny Ukraine. I have no idea how, like, who you release, what releases really works in this game. So there we go, those are the new borders for Europe, and as we do that we get a Spanish Civil War, which is just the normal one. I don't think they didn't get the random treatment, they just got whatever. Whoa, world tension just spiked. Oh, we've got a Japanese Civil War. What is this? This is gross. Sorry, I'm on GB. We'll try and pick someone less busy to spectate in the quiet moments. But let's look at this Japan. Okay, so what do we got? We've got Hirohito's Japan, and we've got a 100% fascist Japan via 90% fascist Japan. This is the content you're here for. Though this guy is actually a communist, despite being 89% fascist. This guy knows what's up. What the heck is this screen? I have never seen this before. Oh, I think it's because... Did I die? Did Japan die while I was watching them? I think that's what happened. That was very quick. Okay, New Japan won that war. I was so confused. I've never seen this before. Shows you how little I play. What has happened here? What happened to Manchukuo? Are they not... Is this them? This shows you how little I know what's going on. Either way, we now have a communist Japan, who is really not communist, so I'm not sure how that will last. Hungary managed to get hold of Austria. That's... not sure how common that is. But that happened. Especially because I don't have the DLC, the most recent one, which made that more likely, I think. That's pretty cool. Oh, and Spain has now split into a three-way civil war. It was going really well for original Spain, but I might put a change on things. Oh, and they just turned into Austria-Hungary and became Austria. Oh no, there's a fourth Spain. Oh god. I didn't even see this war. China took out Jibei Sanma. Don't know where they were, to be honest, but there seems to be more wars here. If you ignore the 3 Spanish civil wars, the Guangxi Cli are in trouble. I'm not sure how, is it clique or Cli? I feel like it should be, I don't know, it's one or the other. This looks like it's going pretty well for China though. Okay. I was going to say I forgot which country it was, which would have been really bad, but Czechoslovakia has now been integrated into Austria-Hungary. I mean, they did not have any unique stuff. I guess it's just the lack of a Germany that's bothering them that is allowing them to do this. There we go. What have they done? What have they done here? This is like the most interesting thing, I think, that anyone who's not, you know, your traditional great powers has done. So they've pushed down here, protect Czechoslovakia, claim Transylvania. I mean, they could do that. Claim good, that would put them against the Soviets, I think, right? Because Transylvania is in Romania, and they're part of the Soviet faction. Could go after Poland. Okay, that's interesting. They're going this way for now, but this is cool. They seem to be the one nation. I'm probably wrong. I'm sure there's others doing cool stuff. I just haven't clicked on them just yet, but that's pretty cool. Oh, and China in another war now with the communist China. You good for this? You good? You gonna win? Okay, they're here. That's always good to see. You're never sure. They are trying to finish up the job in the south as well. Oh, there we go. That's what we've been waiting for. Peru versus Ecuador. That's pretty cool. I see that Brazil has... Okay, no, Second Brazilian Republic. That's just a cool name. United Mexican States. They seem pretty democratic. Dominion of Canada. I think that's normal. Yeah, Ecuador v Peru just randomly broke out. I guess that's cool. And I did see Spanish Commune join the Comintern, but I don't think that means as much. There are so many wars. Oh no, the Soviets are now up against all the Spains. That is... There's also another Spain now in this war, a 5th Spain. Who is the Spanish Directory? Where have you guys come from? I think they were the original Spain, they've just changed name. Not the original first one to break out. But yeah, Spain now has to fight the Soviet Union, which is not fun. Okay, Spain just took out one of the Spains. I think it was the Spanish Directory, what they were called. Germany at some point has taken something, or a big chunk out of Poland, and has a non-aggression pact with Austria-Hungary. So we've basically got the Central Powers of like World War I back. Well, no Ottomans, I guess, but They are non-aligned with Wilhelm in charge, which is pretty interesting. And Austria-Hungary is here, of course, as well. Elsewhere, what do we have going on with some of the big ones? It's 1938, so it's good to have a little look. France is strengthening. There's a lot of communism in this world. It looks like France has gone that way. The UK is heading that way. It has gone that way. They've got a different flag. And it looks like they are going to release their colonies, which is interesting. They do get manpower for doing that. This map could look pretty grim and become a lot harder to manage. The US has kind of avoided anything that would give any indication of what they're doing. They have only picked sort of military focuses. They don't have the actually biggest focus tree in the world here. Probably a lack of DLC and mods contributing to that, but they've not really picked anything super interesting. And for now, at least, Britain still holds on to this stuff, but it could get what is going on? Did that just move? Maybe not. Okay, but yeah, pretty cool. That's the main events. The Soviets, I think, are staying communist, so that might fracture very soon. What the heck is this? Vapsid, Estonia. What did you do to Finland? What in the focus tree is this? This is interesting. Empower Finnish militants. National Pride. Unite our nations. Okay. They annexed Finland. Gains claimed. Are they going to do any more? Conquer Norway and Sweden. This is cool. Okay, so this is what we want. And the fun thing is, some of these, like Estonia, was not on random. That's for sure. Okay, Estonia has now changed into the Estonian Finland League. And have changed to a very nice shade of light blue. Oh god, Portugal is now also in a civil war. It's not a good time for Iberians. You can see the People's Republic of Spain, which was the original Spain, or they have a new leader now. It's kind of collapsing to the Spanish Commune. Guys, you're both majority communist. What are you doing? Just join forces. Save the pain. Either way, what is this new Greater Portugal? Okay, a fascist Portugal. Francisco de Barcelos Rolau Preto. It's a cool name. He is looking like he's going to win there. So that's interesting. Okay, Britain is going for decolonisation. British Malaya leaves allies, leaves Commonwealth. Oh my goodness. So they not leave Britain, they just leave the thing? Or how does that work? They're not in the... Oh, they are independent. Okay, British Sudan, Egypt. They still keep the Britain name. And they're all still part of the Allies. But that looks like that might end. Oh, wow. I think Britain has just converted half the world to communism and then is about to release them. That is interesting. And it happened. There you go, India. India is free. And some of the others are as well. And now there's a Bulgarian civil war. There's a lot of civil wars. I was going to say, like, maybe World War II at least prevented some of these civil wars. That's probably not the thoughts we want to take from this. Okay, Spanish Commune has absolutely turned this around. I'm guessing that is because they are getting a ton of volunteers from Britain and some help from the Soviet Union who are in the war. So yeah, Spanish Commune is going to win. We've got a very communist world. Look at Greece. It has just turned like bright red. Union of Greek Soviet Republics. There's a lot of communism. And Bulgaria has stayed as Bulgaria. There we go. Some normality restored. And there it is. Spanish Commune gets the job done. Wins their civil war. That's good for them. They're called the Union of Britain, but they've literally released like half that union. That is interesting. Now I did see the USA had started War Plan Red. Oh, they're going after Britain. Oof. We'll see how that plan goes down. Well, we've hit the 3rd of September 39, which, unless I'm being dumb, because I have just plucked that out of somewhere in my brain, is I think the day World War II started, but I might, if I've got that wrong, I'm close, but apologies. And as I was going to say, this giant cloud is in the way, but we scroll through that. Germany is here and is guaranteeing the independence of Poland. How the tables have turned in this one. Pretty big. But yeah, as you can see, the map, particularly in Africa now, there's just a ton of communist nations who are no longer in the faction. There's a couple who stayed in the Allies, but plenty also left, which is interesting. There's also a Greater Portugal. They won that civil war. So things pretty interesting, all things considered. What was I looking for? I think Canada is also free. Oh, Brazil, pretty fascist. Peru is not really winning. All round pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. You've got India. We'll see what they get up to. They look like they are non-aligned. I don't know if they're going to go down any particular element of this focus tree that doesn't look like they have anything particularly built for being independent on this focus tree, but we'll see how it goes. India, two wars in very quick succession. India and Pakistan, which is going to be pretty big on both sides. See how that pans out. And then we also have Spain versus Greater Portugal. That did not last long, and it's Portugal that actually declared this. Okay, Spain is going to win that. I think that's pretty clear. Japan also formed a faction, and then something, they joined like the China War. Oh, they joined communist China with Mao, which is interesting because they are still a communist nation, but with their fascist leader. Who knows what's going on? But either way, Japan joining. They didn't join the war though. No, so that's probably not going to make a huge difference. Although this China's not exactly having a great time. India seems to be wrapping up this front in Bangladesh, and then it's a case of whether they get back towards this front in time. The USA has done a lot of war plans, but not actually executed any of them. War Plan Crimson, which I think is that Canada. War Plan Black, which is Germany and Britain. Oh, and I'm guessing is India. Yep, and Australia. Basically everyone who used to be in the Allies plus Germany. Oh, we have got a Confederate European Nations faction. Who is that? That is Germany. Not Greece, although... Who is that? What? Some war must have triggered this. Hang on. German... Oh, that is, yeah. German-Soviet War. Okay. I'd love to have known what started that. It doesn't notify me. So we've got Germany. Oh, I think it's just evolved from one of the other wars. It is just the Portuguese-Spanish War, I think. Oh no, Spain is not in this, so maybe not. But it is Portugal. Which is weird, because Spain is... Oh no, it is Spain. Yeah, I think it is just the Spanish War has erupted into our World War II. German Empire. Union of Greek Soviet Republics, and they look like they're about to die. Greater Portugal and the Estonia-Finland League versus Kurdistan, Moldavia, Soviet Union, Romanian People's Republic, Turkey, Ukraine with their one division, Mongolia, Tanatuva, and the Spanish Commune. That is pretty big. Now, there's no direct border, so we'll see. Poland joined the Confederate European Nations. Lithuania. Will Latvia just stay out of it? Oh no, there we go. Latvia's in. Will these guys... Are they all joining? Are they all in this war now? They are all joining. So there is now a front. That is... There's a big front here. We'll watch it from the Soviet side so I can actually see what goes on. So... Oh, they are coming. I was going to say, there was no German troops on the front line. Poland was just absolutely... holding it down by themselves, but Germany has sort of seems to have rocked up now. They're mixed in there now, at least. Oh, and now they go. You know what that's what you do, Estonia. Just throw a war at Norway. Oh, France just joined. Oh God, what is? Okay, so the Central Powers with their Scandinavian buddies are now fighting France as well. France joining the Comintern. That's pretty big, and I think Britain could join as well, so we may still end up with just a normal World War II. It's just they're all on the Comintern with no allies. Estonia makes it. I don't know if this was Estonia, but Sweden has been brought in as well, making it worse. Sweden and Norway now on the Comintern side of things. So 291 divisions v 297. I can obviously switch sides and get a better view of that. Oh no, it doesn't actually tell me for the Soviet side. It's weird. India and Pakistan have now... Oh, we're on this side. Okay, these guys have more divisions, but... This is all going to merge, I imagine, pretty soon. But the whole world is just descending into conflict. Although that... Oh wow, India is in a civil war. When did that happen? There's the Soviet Union getting non-aggression pacts with everybody. Italy did join Germany. France is... Oh god, it's going... It's just... There's so much. I need to click on someone who's a bit... There we go. Ireland will probably have less focuses popping up. France just steamrolling Germany, because I don't think they had anything out here. But, I mean, this front is going okay. I think Greece actually survived as well. So, don't ask me how... Wait, Britain is now in a war. Oh, Britain's up against them as well. Okay, yeah, Germany's cooked. That is... It's weird, because it's not, like, too far from World War II enemies, but they are just getting absolutely crushed. Like, they are not holding their own. Probably part of that just to, like, a lack of focuses, maybe on the route. You know, they're not getting quite the same focuses that they would get if they were on a more traditional German path. But yeah, you can see France is closing in on Berlin. Poland's done a good job though, but yeah, I imagine this is not going to go well for the, what they called, Confederate European Nations. Although Austria-Hungary just joined, took them long enough. Not sure if that will... They join... I don't think they're actually in the war though, Austria-Hungary. I can't actually do that map view when I'm... Control click, I'm doing it. There we go. Got that. Okay, they are now in it, so they're probably going to die too. That was not a smart move. Canada's been called in. The USA is not in. They're just chilling. But here we go. Faction map mode. Okay, so it's kind of like Central Europe v Eastern and Western Europe. The Allies have gone blue. I have no idea who leads this faction now. It's kind of India, Egypt, Sudan, Yemen, Nigeria, a couple other nations. They don't look too bad. Actually, this view is probably better. I don't know if they're all 100% in the war, but this is certainly a better way to look at it. Okay, the line has been held outside Berlin for the Soviet Republic of the Nile. That is a cool name. Which is Egypt. Looks like they've capitulated to Britain, I think. So, good job you released them, Britain. They really betrayed you there. Oh no, that can't be Britain, because Britain is... in this war. Who's done that then? Default. Italy has done that. What is that? That is not the Italian flag. I don't know. Either way, they're done. But yeah, they've stabilised. Italy, Austria, Hungary. I think it's just probably because of the success in the east. They've got... Is this Romania? Yeah, the Romanian nation here is getting surrounded as well and kind of cut off. They've pushed back. They have Moscow. So the Confederate European nations are doing a good job here in this fight between non-aligned and communism. The ultimate battle. Uganda is called into the war against all these. I'm hoping it merges into just like one giant war. It's not quite there. It's almost there. There is also the Chinese war, still raging on. Japan was in. Now they're out again. There is a new faction which somehow Spain has got into. They've got out of the war. Don't know how they got out of the Comintern, but they did. There's just random countries in it. It's another communist faction, but it's called the International Bureau of Revolutionary Socialist Unity. Paraguay. Sorry, there's no easy way to do this. Antilles, Malawi, Zambia, Tanzania, Somali, Kenya and Paraguay. That is an interesting faction. I don't believe... I'm guessing they're in this war probably. As you can see, you've got the Comintern, the Allies, which There's a lot of nations in this. Italian-Soviet War 3. 3 million losses on each side in this screen. Just about 3 million. I don't know if that stacks. I don't know if that's 6 million in total. Peru failed against Ecuador, but they're going to try against Chile now. China joins the South American League. I have no idea who's in that with them. That's Brazil and Peru. Okay, interesting. I love this. Random factions. There's a lot of Chinese nations in this. Wait, no. What? Why are you... Okay, they look like they are, but they're not. Or are they? China, Brazil... Oh no, they are in. They are in. Okay, it was hard to tell. And it looks like that's probably going to kill off this China. The communist China. There is so many wars that are the exact same. 5 identical wars there. Well, not 5 identical to each other, but... Oh, there we go. Communist China is gone. And we're now down to 2 wars on the war screen. We have World War II, which is big. And then we have the Japanese-Peruvian War, which is the South American League, excluding China, versus... But all their buddies, but not them, versus Chile and Japan. I don't even know what the front line is on this war, to be honest. I assume it's like Chile dying and Japan probably holding their own, but I mean, Chile doesn't seem to be dying. Germany, it might be a bit late for this anti-Soviet pact, but I've got to hand it to you. You're doing a good job. They, as a team, are doing a pretty good job. They held the line. It looked pretty rough. It looked like Berlin was going to fall. And they've kind of turned it on their heads. Soviet... Oh, sorry. That is not that important. I'm just watching as Germany. We're at risk of another country becoming the leader. Italy. Yeah, Italy joining was a big turning point, I think. I thought Italy might just be like joining to die, but they have held their own and are now pushing into southern France. Austria-Hungary joined as well. That made a big difference. But yeah, Germany's almost pushing France back to like the Maginot Line. And oh, they just skipped some stuff. And as you can see, they're fairly past Moscow. Out this way as well. So we've got 2 wars. One is very peaceful. This number, okay, I say peaceful, it ticked up by what's that? That's like 0.3k a month. It's like not great. 300 people dying a month, of course, but very slow. No one's made any progress. Don't know what's going on. You know, this is 1940. People might be dying of that anyway. But if we come over here, we have this. It's like the deaths are okay. It's ticking up by what's that? 10k a month for the Confederate European States. They've lost 7.6 million to 5.7 for the multiple. There's 3 communist factions at this point: the Allies, the Comintern, and the Bureau guys. They're all there. Some of them have been just capitulated. Malawi. I hadn't really noticed that. Someone must be going ham down here, right? Oh yeah, Italy is going ham. Okay. Italy, Greater Portugal, and France are going to have like everything by the end of this. Well, I say that, not France, because Italy will eventually probably beat France, but still. The point stands, I guess. Whoa, we got a peace deal. Treaty of Cairo. Italy took 22 states, Free India 8 states. India's gone, which is crazy because... Oh no, that was the losing India. Free India comes out on top. Soviet Republic of the Nile was annexed. Basically all those African nations and Malta just got annexed by Italy, I think. Nigeria just went. So Italy just became a lot bigger, and I think that removed one of the whole factions. They just like annexed the whole thing. The whole Bureau. But no, the Bureau's still here. The Allies, the remaining Allies, are now part of Italy. There's a few nations who've just like stayed out of it, not done anything, not been involved. Of Southeast Asia, Australia, the Saudis, they're just chilling here. I'm currently looking. They are looking though to go towards communism, which could be interesting. That's a lot of oil for the boys up north, and they do border a lot of the Comintern, so it kind of makes sense. Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan also all out of it. The Benelux nations, Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg, have been peaceful, as are Switzerland, the Danes, Ireland, Albania. They are surrounded by war. Just chilled. Belgium, Congo, Liberia. There's a new pink allies, by the way, that are not in the war and are at peace. South Africa stayed out of it. Yemen. Is there 2 Yemens? Who's this? This is just Italy now. Okay. Oman. Some of the South American nations. Argentina, Uruguay, Bolivia. And the big one, well, Mexico as well, but the USA just haven't really done anything. They've done like every war plan, but none of them, they've not done any of them. They've stayed out of it. I think they did do that neutrality doctrine. What's it called? Some stuff over here. I think that's a Soviet path, communist path they haven't done. Somewhere. Neutrality acts. They did do it, which like makes it harder for them to go to war, I think. But yeah, I mean, they've done all the war plans now. It's 1942 and they are still not involved. Just looking at the casualties while this unfolds in the background, the Soviet Union lost 1.1 million troops to Poland, which is incredible because, you know, Poland, they're normally the victim in a lot of these games and it doesn't go well for them, but that is, wow, that is their number one cause of damage to the Soviet Union's been Poland. Germany is up there, Austria, Hungary, Estonia, Italy, but that is crazy. The others, more as you expect, Germany, Italy, Austria, Hungary, but that, yeah, that is crazy. Joy-Bun Kurdistan, what on earth? Fair enough. What else was it? Let's have a look at the other way around. Oh, this is not filtered by deaths. There we go. Germany inflicted 1.1 on Germany from the Soviets. I need to pick someone that's doing less stuff. Sorry, USA. You're just getting in the way. Right, there we go. It's now the Italian-British War. Don't know what exactly decides who's who, but there you go. French Commune inflicted 1 million. Austria-Hungary has had 2 million casualties as well. Italy's nearly at 2 million. Poland nearly at 2 million. So these guys have lost more. Well, yeah, you can see that. They've lost 10 million to 7. But it's much more. They've lost like 2 million each, whereas the Soviets have lost 3 million. I guess Germany is already at 2.6. And then France at 1.3, Britain not so many, Turkey has lost a lot, and they are not even around anymore. And just for anyone who wanted an update, Peru is still fine, despite fighting half of Asia and half of South America. Oh, I didn't notice this, but France has really taken a turn for the worse. They've broken right through. I don't know if there's a Maginot line, there probably was, but they've smashed through it. You can see Germany and Italy making progress, and also on the other side, Turkey's completely gone. So there's been a slowed progress on the eastern front, but they've certainly wrapped up around Crimea, Turkey, although that said Italy has lost territory in North Africa. But yeah, France could capitulate pretty soon as well, and the Soviets are still a fair distance away. I think they're on like 30%, but it's not great. And you can also see Sweden and Norway starting to struggle a bit too for the Comintern in Europe. There is not much red territory left in the main area of Europe. I was just looking at who would need to capitulate for there to be a winner. So for the Confederate European States, it would be Germany, Austria, Hungary and Italy. They're the key three. For the communist teams, it would be Spanish Commune and I think just the Soviet Union at this point. Oh, Britain is, yeah, Britain. So that's the tricky one, I think, is GB. I think the Soviet Union and Spain, it's coming. You can see they've pushed into Spain. Obviously they'll have to prevent like D-Day attempts, I guess, from Britain, but with no USA backing them up, I'm not sure how likely that is. And as you said, this could free up, as I said, this could free up a lot of troops to go to other fronts. You can see that actually now launched some sort of naval invasion here of Norway. So it is going pretty well for the European nations. I prefer this map mode purely because this one is just gross. There's 2 Polands, there's 3 Polands, 3 Germanys, 2 Latvias. The Estonian Finland League is still pretty cool, but yeah, there's like Italy here, Germany again here, a 4th Germany. It's pretty grim. So we'll stick to the faction map mode, which pretty accurately covers who's in this war versus who isn't. Okay, we got a piece here. I'm not sure what's this. This seems to be the end of... Oh, it's the end of the whatever they were called, the Bureau. They're gone. They're out of this now, which is fair. I think that's because Spain was their leader and Spain died. So Uganda's People Republic annexed, Tanzania annexed, Malawi annexed, Zambia annexed, Antillean Commune annexed, Spanish Commune annexed, Kenya annexed. I'm not even sure some of these countries were occupied, but yeah, they fell with Spain, and it was just divided between German Empire, Portugal and Italy. It's not going to look great because it's going to be hard to tell what's gone where because they're still in a war. Portugal looks to have grown in West Africa, but some of that is French. I don't think that's even to do with this peace deal. Portugal again here. Oh, they are back as well. That's good to note for them. It looks like Germany may have just annexed Spain, which is crazy. Especially if they don't annex France. That will be absolutely disgusting. We'll see. What else we got? Italian East Africa, which is its own nation. That's kind of cool. I like the green. It's a nice shade. Anything? Nothing else super crazy. There seems to be some stuff going on here, but nothing again that's particularly mattered. And then here is the still grossness that's slowly unfolding in Europe. Good to see the Greeks now hold Oslo. That's not what I was expecting to see when I looked up here and turned it into the gross map again, but apparently so. We are seeing small pockets of resistance getting crushed. I think that is what remained of Soviet Kurdistan being encircled. You can see Poland has cleared up the... I've forgotten what they're called as soon as I went to say it. The mountain area. The Caucasus. That's the one. A lot of focuses being done and bypassed. I should probably not... That is gross. Sorry. Let's not stare at that while that is going on. That sort of attack plan. But yeah, it seems like they are pushing. Problem is, you just need so much to get the victory points. But it does seem like they're going to win this. And that... I think it would take like the US intervening. And even that, like, they'd be busy with like Canada. Could they actually pull it off? I doubt it. I'm not one to judge because I'm not good at this game, but the Soviets probably could have done with one of these lines. It's a bit late now, obviously, but moving industry to the Urals wouldn't save them anymore. But they really focused on their sort of political traits or focuses, not so much on the improving types. As you can see here, they have been pushed right back to the Urals now, and I think they are starting to crumble. I think the door's getting kicked in. There was a huge push in the middle, and now the sides are kind of, the south and north are sort of following suit. It's not looking good. Oh yeah, the Comintern's just been beaten up and finished off in North Africa in the starting months of 44. It looks like Sardinia might get invaded, although that didn't work out. Bold plans from the Soviets to retake Moscow, that is for sure. Right there. Oh, and it just happened right in front of my eyes. They capitulated. Oh my goodness, it's mega Poland. Wow, the Soviet Union fell. That's them done. They have 0 victory points now. So it would just take a sea lion on Great Britain. I don't know how likely that is. They struggled with an attack on Sardinia, but there is literally no one else to fight now, so I guess they could come over here and take out Mongolia, but yeah, there's not many enemies left. There is French Commune, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, which India's kind of ignored. Who's this? There's a couple of Comintern states here. I think this is just territory that's still owned by Britain. There's not much. There's Madagascar, which is again, there is it's independent Madagascar. It's French Madagascar. But yeah, I mean, if they can, I don't know how good the AI is at naval invasions, but if they could, maybe this is a practice for going after Britain, they would win World War II, and then I want to see what happens, because we'll just get like a disgusting peace deal. It'd be quite funny. Okay, I've ran it for quite a while, sort of hoping that the Confederate European States would get a peace deal. They have not. But in the meantime, other stuff was brewing. So the US formed a faction. They were fighting the South American League, which is Brazil, like China, and friends. Sorry. And Japan was on the US team. But China just randomly declared war on Greece. Don't ask. And it's not merged yet in here. But I do now believe, if we go in this main war, you can see it was just Britain and Canada and French Tahiti remaining. I don't even know where this is, to be honest. But now, China and, well, big parts of South America, Brazil, China, are now at war with the European Confederates. So that's rough. It also means they now have to capitulate the Imperial Kwangtung territories. Not China, which is interesting, because they are now the biggest member of the, I guess, the enemy Comintern / South American League team. But it's strange enough. And yeah, the US, I don't think are in the main world war just yet. They are still just at war with Brazil, Peru, Venezuela. They've not done anything. They quickly naval invaded Peru and left. I was about to stop because yeah, Germany's not even, I've looked, they're not even planning to go after Britain. In fact, it looks like they're getting D-Day'd by some British troops here, which is not going to go well. But I'm just watching them fail continuously in Sardinia. This is the first time they've not died instantly. So maybe they're getting somewhere, but now they've got a whole lot more enemies to fight. So I'll just run it for another year or so, see what happens. Okay, we got a peace deal. Japan, Poland, Portugal winners. Manchukuo, the Neo-Chagatai Khanate, Yunnan, Shaanxi, and some South American nations. The Peru puppeted, Dominican peoples, lots of puppeting. Democratic Party in Brazil, Communist Party. Oh god, we've got two Brazils. We've got Brazil Republic 1 and 2. I don't really want to look over there. Oh god. Oh, the map just looks worse and worse by the minute. Lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to this map mode because it's slightly nicer. That faction's got ripped apart. It looks like China is still going on their own because they have a ton of divisions. They actually, oh, it doesn't show me for the team. Oh, it's because I'm not in the war. Hang on. Let's just click on someone that is. Germany. Hello. I think this might tell me. Does it tell me? Confederate European States have 2 million manpower. Or 2 million divisions. Is that, or 2,000 divisions, sorry. Against 300. Okay, well that's what's, oh, and yeah, that includes China at 388. And Britain at 259. And then this is made 547 from Germany, 530 from Italy. Wow, okay, yeah. Okay, well, we'll keep going, see what happens. I assume China will eventually fall, and then I don't know if Britain ever will. What the heck has happened to the Dutch? Oh, did they join the US? Oh, they joined the US faction. Smart move, because as you can see, Germany's thinking about it. And yeah, this is not what I thought I'd see. They should be fine. It's just they have troops all over the place. It's a mess. They take time to go and clean these things up. Okay guys, we've got to 1950 pretty much, and they couldn't pull it off. They've not got into Britain, so we're going to call it there. It's mostly the same elsewhere. I don't think anything too crazy's happened, but I hope you enjoyed this first Hoi 4 video in a very long time. If you have, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.